You can probably hear me better if I have my microphone near me. Welcome to the stream. It is Friday night, January 10th, 2025. That's right. We're still in 2025. It's a thing. We'll live with it. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening tonight. I know I'm having a day, It's just, it is what it is. But look, I drew a pre-doodle for you. It's a strung out cookie monster wanting some cookies. I made that for you so that I can keep you entertained during the opening of the show. It is Friday night, and here in the Will We Live Through It, though? I plan to. I'm too stubborn to let 2025 take me out. But I'll tell you what I'm having a hard time with. We got real snow, so played with it. But the snow has just like triggered my hibernation reflex. So I was like, I really need to stream tonight, but what my brain really wants to do is eat a cow and then curl up in a cave and sleep until like April. But it's okay. It's Friday night. And then on Friday nights, I draw pictures for all of you. That's what I do. And I don't see any reason to change that. Just because we got a few measly inches of snow. Especially since this is the first real snow that the Galumphalump has ever seen. And she's in love. She's in love with the magic outside world where playful things fall from the sky and she gets to galumphin them. Chunderbutt is a little like, yeah, snow's awesome. I've known about it for a while. Dummy. You need to add cow consumption to the wheel. Oh, probably not tonight. Oh. Cow consumption. How would I draw that? Would that just be a cow with tuberculosis? Oh, and I made it sad. I just thought we could have a nice Friday evening. Keep it chill. Spin the wheel, draw some stuff. This should be my last stream from this setup. I plan to spend this weekend moving my desk into that back corner of the room where when I go live next time, I'll have things behind me. That's the plan, is for you guys to be able to see the stuff hanging behind me. I didn't have the thing eating the cow picked out. It's the cow's own soul. Speaking of the wheel, I don't have a lot on it right now. Again, I have just put some things on the wheel to fill out the space. Currently, we have a zombie cartoon, just a little daily zombie, because today was day 365 of the daily zombies. I've done an entire year of zombies. I don't see a reason to stop now. Incubus is the next creature in the 100 creatures challenge. Also a band that I listened to a lot in the 90s because I was that type of goth kid. January 2025, next challenge up is Square. That's the challenge where I drew oops, I just deleted two things. Dang it. Incubus, Square, Kawaii, Illithid. January is a set of prompts where you make fan art from the prompt, and Square is the next one up. I'm thinking a thwomp if we draw that. We roll that, spin that. And then Kawaii Illithid, which was Yeti Detective's recommendation. He wants to see a chibi mind flayer. So snowmen are cannibals, sort of. Maybe have a snow person eating a snow cow. I have drawn many a cannibal snowman. I will draw more cannibal snowmans. Snowman eating snow cow. You request, I add it to the wheel. Even in jest. You request, and even in jest, I will try to add it to the wheel. If I have the wheel open, it's easy to remember. But I guess we might as well go ahead and get started with the first spin of the wheel and see where we end up. Spin, 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 spin. Ooh, a zombie right off the bat. Hey! Hey, Stream Elements just now caught up to the stream. I was wondering why that hadn't gone off yet. All right. Go away, wheel. And we're currently drawing daily zombie. I could totally draw daily zombie eating a cow too. That's the type of thing he would do. I can draw daily zombie hibernating. That's actually probably the more accurate depiction I would want to go with here. Do a little head. Not entirely. This is basically how I end up drawing the zombie, is just like trying to figure out a little pose, a little fun pose. Snow zombie eating a snow cow. Ooh. Okay. So we're gonna do a little tableau. And we'll do a little winter wonderland scene here. So we'll have a little snowy ridge. And then over here, we'll put a little cow. Trying to draw a little snow cow. The little cow. Moo! I'm a cow. And then, of course, this snow cow will have a big old bite out of it. You know, this is how you eat a cow, right? You just go out into a field and and then we have hand, bring the head up. I'm thinking like cackling with like a viscera coming off the face, because it's snow viscera and we can get away with more. Like, there's our zombie body. We come down here. And this is cute and all, but we can definitely embigify that. And I'll embigify that some more. Bloop. So that's gonna be our basic snow zombie cow. Burns. All right, so grab another little detail brush here. And I'm gonna try to draw these like snowy creatures. So cow face made of snow. Maybe what I do first is I draw a cow and a zombie eating the cow, and then we make it snowy. That's new theme because of your sound effects, zombie animal theme. Oh. So today's short video it has all 365 of the daily zombies in it that have appeared so far in my challenge. And I realized there are some zombie animals. Early on in the challenge, I did like a zombie dog made of multiple dog parts. That was before the zombie's dog became a man-eating plant monster. This cow is looking more pig. This cow looks more like a pig than a cow at this juncture. Cow reference. Oh, you know why? I just realized cows don't have floppy ears. That's what's throwing me off here. cows have ears like this. No, like this. And then little cow horns down into little cow body action. Oh no. There's a lot of cows around here. When we go for walks, there's a lot of cows. You would think I would know what a cow looks like. I see literally hundreds of them a day. But I'm not a farmer. Sorry, rancher. I'm not a rancher. I only like to interact with cows once they are already meat. That's how I roll. I roll with the pre-meated cow. I like it when a cow is already a cheeseburger. That's my action. Oh, I call cows pasture puppies. That's whenever we walk past the cows with the dogs, we're like, those cows think that the dogs are little cows, and the dogs think the cows are big dogs. That's just how animals work, right? Oh, nose. Not gonna be too detailed here. I'm just kind of drawing in a body that I can turn into a snow body in a little bit. That's the plan. And then just to make this daily zombie worthy, I'll probably have him standing there in winter clothes saying, I made this. This is my masterpiece. Because that's how I roll. I guess snowmans don't need fingers. They can just have like, mitten hands. But the cows near us are in a actually breeding field. So there is almost always calves or yearlings in the field when we walk around by it. And they want to play with the dogs so bad. The dogs, of course, want to play with them too. And I'm like, you can't run that much, cow. You won't be a very good cheeseburger. And then, like that. There we go. Okay, so now I want to snowmanify this, which is why I ended up not drawing legs, because everyone knows snowmans don't have legs. Snowmans have little snowball shapes that they sit on. So we'll go like that. And then if we take it, we'll just, Are you frozen to death? I'm not frozen to death currently. I'm good. It's nice and toasty in the garoffice. Cow tipping? Nah, I go cow tasting. Cow tipping? Nah, I go cow tasting. That was a little high. Cow tipping? Nah, I go cow tasting. There you go. No, actually, it wasn't that cold here. We did finally get some real snow, though. But we are drawing a snow zombie eating a snow cow. That's the idea here. What would you put on a snowman head to make it look like a cow? Just like more snow, really? I don't know. That looks like a snowman. And then torso. Stick with gloves. That's how you do that. Sticks with gloves, obviously. And then we'll figure out the head here in a second. But now that is some rudimentary line art. We can try actually sketching something worth looking at now. So we'll start here and I'll just go with a little like coal. So here's the thing is eyes made out of coal probably made sense when people just had coal in their homes. Or maybe the children from Frosty the Snowman were the naughtiest children alive. Anyway, how rude of me to not actually say, welcome to the stream, Paramount. I hope you're having a great Friday evening. Just ignore that you came in. I hope you're staying warm and inside. Let me tell you, the Galumphalump and Chunderbutt absolutely love this weather. They are super excited about snow. It's like magic playland for them. And maybe that's the key here. Maybe we just like put a little thing, like you just stuck the finger in there to make a nostril. And then again, I'm not entirely sure what you would use to make cow horns on a snow cow. Well, right now I'll just draw them in as like little rocks. I don't know. Oh, you know what I would use? I would use waffle cones. You know, those ice cream cones that are conical. And then snow animals, snow creatures don't generally have ears. Not doing too bad, warm enough, but our network is not happy with the weather, having issues all over the place. Oh, I haven't really had any issues on my end that I've noticed anyway. It's been pretty good in that respect. I'm pretty happy. And honestly, like I said, it stayed pretty toasty here in the Grew office. Mostly because I just left the heat on. And used the like sleep timer to turn it off in the middle of the night so it'd stay warm. Didn't give it time to cool down. And then I don't know if we got hit as bad from the first round of stuff didn't really hit us. The new round is coming up from the south, so I think we're getting it probably before all of you. So that looks like a snow cow to me. Actually, right now it's looking like a really bad snow unicorn. So I'll put a second ice cream cone horn on it. Like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and just sketch in the foreground snow here. Because this is going to be the foreground character. And then on a separate layer, we will draw in our snowman zombie. Mostly because I think a snowman zombie might also just independently make a good sticker design. And if I'm going to put this work on it, I'm going to hold on to a snowman zombie. I have to make more than one ball here on the torso. I'm going to make the ball bigger. So clear this layer back off. And then bring that all the way up to like here. snow zombie. Again, these actually will go on a top layer. Like that. So I did something yesterday. I haven't really started working on it yet, but I downloaded what is basically VTuber software. I think it'll be fun to put together a little rig, a little animation rig. I'm gonna try to master. I'm gonna try to learn Open Tunes and Live 2D to start making some little cartoons. I believe we got 6 to 6.5 inches according to a report somewhere. I think we got around 5.5 to 6 inches, but it's hard to tell because I haven't really been out in it beyond the boardwalk. And I think because the boardwalk, we had salt and stuff down and the wind was blowing, so the boardwalk doesn't have as much on it as other parts of the yard. But I can tell you that when he's out in the yard, the snow comes up to Chunderbutt's belly. Honestly, it's nice having real snow for me. After a decade in Montana where you don't get real snow, it was nice to have some real snow. And welcome to the stream, Hooded Squirrel. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you're staying warm. I have no idea if you guys, you're probably north of the big hammering. I'm on the very southern edge of it. You're probably up north of it where you're at. All right. Let's bring this actual head ball. Snowmans have balls for heads, so we'll bring this head down like this. Just have an actual ball. And then I think we'll actually adjust the face angle and see if we can't figure out how to zombify a snowman. It's 30 degrees right now. I'm not sure what we're at right now. Like I said, it didn't feel it's 29 here right now. It didn't feel that cold to me. Oops. My iPad cable is a little loose. It didn't feel that cold to me when I was outside, so we'll 30 is pretty warm still in my book. But I will say 30 degrees here feels colder than 30 degrees in Montana. So again, we'll do some coal eye action here. And then no nose, because obviously zombies don't have noses. That's been clearly established in the daily zombie art. But we'll do how do you do a mouth on snowman? I mean, I know how I've done a mouth on cannibal snowman. But what about zombie snowman? What if oh, this might be a little dark. What if I came in here and like just cut this off? Like this snowman, this snow zombie has lost its lower jaw entirely. Which is 30 degrees right now, which is a heat wave. Have stood outside in shorts. Acclamation. Yeah. I did. So I've been most of the day just running around in my like little sweater and been fine. And when I came out to stream after dinner, I was like, I better bring my extra sweater with me just in case, because it's supposed to get down to like below 20 tonight. I was like, that might be a little chilly. Ooh, that's not good. That's Grand Theft Auto. I like this. This will be fun, I think. What if I don't know. I don't know how do you put a tongue on a snowman? That's the important. I don't care. I'm putting one in to imply that that is a missing jaw zombie snowman eating a snow cow. That's what we're drawing. We're drawing a snowman eating a snow cow. Hopefully he'll be away for a while. Well, I would hope so. You know, that seems like a pretty big deal to me. And then let's do colorful line art on this. Why not? That was fun. We've been having fun with some line art color stuff lately. Continue to do that. And just a little crinkly, bubbly edges is what I'm going for here. You know, it's a snow cow. Snow cows are important to the snow ecosystem. That's where you get snow steaks. Oh, see, this is why I have to stream, is because honestly, I'll admit this. I've been feeling a little burnt out this week. It's been just not like extra depression or anything, just feeling a little run thin. And I had no idea what I was gonna do as far as like tomorrow's zombie anyway. And then boom, right here in the stream, we start making jokes and it comes up naturally. So I'm glad I decided to go ahead and stream instead of eating a cow and taking a nap in a cave for 3 months. Don't worry about it. Make a zombie look like a zombie. The cow is fun, but also resembles a pinata. Oh, it's made of snow. This is the same creep who threatened to unalive a certain Mr. Squirrel and take my dog. Oh, no, you don't get to mess with a dog. You mess with a dog and you are gonna find yourself in a world of hurting. I do not abide by dog messers. It does look like a pinata. I'm hoping I can fix that by making it look more like it's made of snow. That's the goal. Anyway. Jokes equal progress. Always. Humor is the backbone of continued motivation. They just help you get things done. I think what is really adding to the like pinata feel here is the waffle cone horns. And I just really don't have any other idea for what you would put on a snowman, a snow cow. You have little snow cow horns. I wonder if I do a search for snow cow, if I can find, oh, a super cute cow standing in the snow. That's not what I was looking for. I wasn't looking for Highland cows. I was looking for a snowman cow. And this is just pictures of cows next to snowmen. Not helpful. They made movies about hurting someone's dog. They think there are 4 of them. I love this. Thank you. I'm going to assume that you love this about the snow cow and not in the movies, because that would just make me angry. I bet you get a mountain cow. Yep. Snow cow tail. Oh, yeah, I can add a cow tail. Just trying to draw in some scrungly lines. There's a cow's tail. Cows have little whippy tails. Whip crack when it's whippy tail. So like that. For a little snow cow tail. And maybe we'll put some like, I don't know, dots or something on it. What about a scarf? Cows don't wear scarves. So this is a cow being eaten by a snow zombie. Snow cow being eaten by a snow zombie. Could give it a scarf. That'd be cute. The little lump of coal here. Just scooch that in. Like that. Let's give it a scarf. Why not? Got it. Search for cow made of snow. Oh, how do they do snow horns? So, scarf like that, and we'll do a double layer. So we'll do a second one. Coming like this. So oops, that's actually fine. Trim it down. Rows of scarf. Like that. As everyone knows that a cow wearing a scarf is cute. All the way down to there. Same over here. I totally trimmed those backwards. And can go. And that can go. Just trim it up some of this art. Yellow snow spots. A red and white stripy scarf. Okay. It's amazing to look up for cow made of snow. Cow made of snow. Okay, so Bing image searches is just showing me cows covered in snow. Bing, you have failed me. I'm gonna have to go back to the Googler. Cow made of snow. Oh, wow. Wow, some people have some good snow cow skills. This is crazy. Oh, there's some really amazing snow sculptures going on there. Yeah, I like to use Bing because I'm bribable. And I'm like, every search engine that's worth using is going to steal my user data. So I might as well use the one that gives me Amazon gift cards. But there's a handful of features in Bing that drive me absolutely crazy enough that I've seriously considered switching back to just using Google full time. One of those being like, if you do a search and Bing offers you a video and you want to watch it, it won't take you to YouTube. It takes you to Bing Video. And nobody wants to watch freaking videos on freaking Bing Video. So, yeah. Oh, I probably should just be using like DuckDuckGo anyway. Oh, I just love this giant, like, cartoonishly huge bite taken out of this snow cow. It makes me giggle. And it looks like a lot of these dudes just had horns in their snow cows, like literal cow horns, maybe probably even. I do the same thing with some apps with receipts in games. Yes, I use an app that gives me a little bit of rewards for certain games I play on my phone. Just about enough to cover my like dropout subscription each month. Although I've been playing fewer and fewer games on my phone, so not quite making as much there as it could be. So, unfortunately, that's a little sad. That's a sad thing for me. But, eh. Yeah, it's one of those things I'm always like, if they're gonna steal my information anyway, I might as well get paid for it. There's nothing I can do to stop them. Might as well get some money. I swear this happens every time. Snow Cow looks like they would make a great plushie. I don't know if you've noticed, but my natural cartooning style tends to lead itself towards very cute things. And very cute things generally make good plushies. That was a legitimate like conversation I had to have with myself when I was looking at doing like the coloring book design stuff. Because I was like, I really want to do a coloring book. And my first inclination was to do an adult coloring book. But I was like, my art is going to attract like children no matter what I do. It is the curse of being me as an artist. So I figured my best bet would be to just draw a coloring book. And I was like, I naturally draw in a coloring book-esque style anyway. There's no reason to not embrace that. All right, so I'm just gonna draw some strapies on this cow's scarf. That's what I'm doing right now. Red and white strapies on the cow's scarf. Little candy cane scarf. That's how you know it's winter themed. Although we're in getting to mid-January, it's time to start thinking romance. Time to start thinking about Valentine's Day. Making some new Valentine's Day cards. I actually really enjoy working on Valentine's Day cards. I think it might be the Kansas City in me. I was exposed to too much Hallmark. And I just can't stop myself. Oh my god, can you imagine a full line of overly cutesy zombie themed plushies? Do you know that would be the hit at cons and more nerdy gatherings? Yes, I'm sure it would be. That would be awesome. It would probably just be a hit amongst these. I can't claim like I know a bunch of Gen Alphas, but I know a few, and all of them are creepy little morbid kiddos. They would love some zombie plushies. So, I think Product Illustrated, probably like you're a toy company, you want to reach out to me. get your toy company on. I'd be happy to work with you on developing a line of zombie animal plushies. So I guess we found the theme for my second coloring book, at least. Zombie animals. Hey, I did this for a reason. Time to cheat. There. Bloop. Good grief, answer the phone, miss half the stream. You only missed 42 minutes. I'm still drawing a snow cow. Oh. Oops. Should fill in this cow's. Ooh. Not solid. Dang it. There we go. Yeah. Come on. Oh, I froze up my Adobe Fresco. I restarted my lap. I promise I restarted my iPad before I jumped into the stream tonight. It's just being a jerk. My iPad's being a jerk tonight. Okay. Give me just a second. Close this. Reopen Fresco. You can say that color snowballed. Oh, that's a drink. Okay, now bring it back. There we go. I'm gonna have to publish the Taco Viking drinking game soon. People want to play. What do you think if I just drew big brown spots on this snow cow, like with no explanation at all whatsoever, and just like, oh no, this cow has brown spots on it. Deal with it. Drink. This cow is a cow. We know it's a cow. It has spots. If it didn't have spots, we wouldn't know it was a cow. I like to think that whoever made this scene, which of course, like I said, I will probably draw, probably not on stream. I'll probably do it after I get off the stream, but I'll draw the daily zombie making this snow zombie eating the snow cow. And then in my head canon, he'll have used chocolate milk on this cow to give it brown spots. Just sprayed it with some chocolate milk. It even goes in this stream. I don't have to explain my art to you, Warren. I'm going to leave the white tuft on there because I was afraid that might look a little bit too much like a poo. That's not a cow, that's a chicken. He has no backbone. I mean, spine. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's magic, you know. All right, let's go ahead and do these mitten parts from the zombie real fast. That'll be easy enough to draw in. on this very upright top layer. In the meantime, definitely we'll do another drawing tonight. So if anybody wants to add anything to the wheel, feel free to throw it in the chat and I'll add it to the wheel before the next spin. And we can doodle your doodle maybe. Everything added to the wheel stays on the wheel until it gets drawn. So feel free to add and we'll keep it there. If it doesn't get drawn tonight, it'll get drawn in a future live stream. All right, and now we can bring this guy back. And I will take these layers and lower their opacity while we work on the background zombie. Boop, 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 boop. Should be the same blue to make it snow. Stick mittens equals stickins. Mittens, stittins, sticktins. There's a word there. We'll figure it out. We're going to figure that word out. Snow zombie. If you're not making sound effects when you're drawing, are you even an artist? I don't think so. Just my hot take of the moment. Also, this can definitely be taken down in opacity some. Again, same concept, right? Like that cow has spots. How did it get spots? I don't know. How did this snow zombie get a tongue? I don't know. But if you're a zombie missing your bottom jaw, surely your tongue has to be hanging out. That's just the way art works. That's the physiology of zombies. Heck, even Blizzard knew that. I love this concept. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I follow a strict philosophy. I've talked about it many a time on the stream. I feel like if it's fun for me to draw it, it will be fun for other people to look at it. So that's my litmus test on whether or not what I'm doing is the right thing. And I'm having fun drawing this picture. Hey now, let's not gatekeep what it is to be an artist. That's fair. I don't know. There are some things going on in our world right now that need a little bit more gatekeeping. I try not to gatekeep a lot, but there are some things in our world right now that could use a little bit more. Art isn't one of them, if I'm being honest, in most ways, but in some ways it could be. Depends on who you're in a conversation with. All right, let's see. How am I going to do this stick? I'm going to have it come like this. And then we'll just do a little off bit like that. So you can know exactly why it goes over like that. Boop. Actually, I think I wanted that stick. That stick should be coming out the front like that. Which means then I will come over here and draw like that. And this stick can definitely just be broken. I'm worried about the physics of my stick shape on my snow zombie. I don't want to really screw up the snow zombie anatomy too much. I'm imagining an animation of this meal taking place. Zombie had a jaw, but just lost a bit of every time he chomped on the cow, or the whole thing just got stuck in the cow mid bite. Right? That could definitely be a fun animation to draw. I want to do more animated stuff. I've been pretty limited in what I can animate in my current system. I just don't have enough system resources, to do a lot of awesome animation right now. I wish I had more. Leo, how's it going? Just in time to watch us draw a zombie snowman eating a snow cow. Again, no idea how this zombie snowman got a tongue, but I'm drawing it like that. Ah, yeah. This is a fun design. Oops, I forgot to give him his coal eyes. Ah, black snow. You know when you see the black snow, the world is coming to an end. So Leo, how are you doing? I hope you're keeping warm. Hope you're staying safe from the snow. Having a nice week. I hope you got your cricket narrowed in to the way you wanted it to go. Maybe this is why the cow later becomes a zombie. The snow cow didn't finish the whole cow. Well, he can't bite him anymore. He's got no lower jaw. So snow cow is a zombie now. Like, it's just a matter of time. The zombosis will set in. That's science. That's cow science. And zombie science. Oops. Can't fight it. You get bit by a snow zombie, you become a snow zombie. That's just all there is to it. And we can bring this back up and this back up. And get rid of that. Let's put a little background in here. Do a little grayish blue sky. It is winter. Maybe a little more gray. Maybe we'll desaturate that a little bit more. Like that. Mabel made me take her on like 3 long walks in the snow. The snow is deeper than her. She's tall. Yeah, that's the Chunderbite. His belly drags in the snow, but he wants to go out and play with it, playing it, but he's running his belly through the snow, so he gets cold pretty fast. But the Galumphalump is like, I just want to live in the snow now. Can you imagine the zombie diary and the zombie lactose intolerance? The zombie dairy and zombie lactose intolerance has to be gruesome. Oh. Let's put some shadows on this. Come in and just jagged. Oops, I want to paint inside. Jagged shadows on the coal. Lumpity lump lump lumpity lump lump. Trying to do a little bit of fun here. I'd like to add a couple of goblin things just standing around gatekeeping to the wheel. I mean, like, they are keeping a gate. Okay. A pair of goblins keeping a gate. Gatekeeping. Gatekeeping goblins. Are they normal goblins or am I drawing more gumdrop goblins? Because have you ever drawn a vegan zombie? I have not. There's only one reference in all of the 365 daily zombies. Actually, there's a couple, but there's only one reference to like blatant zombie brain eating. I have one of the zombies that's just flat out eating a brain, has a head, and it's like a delivery driver. Vegan zombies eat grains. But I did one where there's a delivery driver and the zombie is eating the brain of the delivery driver. That exists. And then one of the early zombie that I did very like this time last year is a zombie having a dream and he's running through a field of brains raining from the sky. You know, whatever you feel like. All right. That's not how the wheel of random requests work. It's random requests and challenges. If I wanted to think about my own creativity, I would have done something different with my life. But yeah, we'll just put some goblins. Some goblins are always welcome on the wheel. I told the guys, Rollivan and Yeti Detective the other day, I told them there's one bubblegum goblin I can't draw on the stream, and that's Smut. We need a plumber zombie saying drains. Yes, keep coming up with ideas for zombies because I got a whole other year of them to go now, you know? Other people give me ideas, I don't have to come up with them on my own. Truth is, I just like having my own little self-insert zombie OC to do his own little zombie slice of life cartoons. If I'm gonna draw a plumber zombie, though, I'm gonna draw him looking like Mario. Like that's a given, isn't it? Like everyone just expects that. Although I guess I could draw a plumber zombie bent over with some butt crack. That could also be pretty funny. I will put any zombie suggestions into my zombie notebook, but I won't put them on the wheel tonight because I don't want to draw a second zombie on the live stream. There's other things on the list. Did this not get closed all the way around? Guess not. That should all be closed. Where is the break? There, right there. There it is. That. Butt crack zombie would have been a bestseller sticker. Maybe. I never know. I gotta tell you, a year into making stickers professionally, and I still don't know what will sell and what won't. Sometimes I have a really good idea of what's going to be successful. Like, I knew the moment I did the fat cat that was going to be a successful sticker, but there's some other stuff I've drawn that I was like, this is going to be pretty popular, and then like nobody wants it. And I'm still telling you, I still did not expect people to fall in love with the delicious cannibalism snowman the way they did. It caught me off guard completely. But I do think you can't go wrong with some animal geeks, like, in general. And zombies are pretty popular in general. And funny. Funny is the way to go. I do need to start working on some new stickers for the year. That is definitely a thing. Ranger Zombie herds through the plains. Okay. I don't make enough puns like that with the zombie. Did you see, Paraman, that this week one of the zombies was Greatest American Hero zombie? I thought you might especially appreciate that. I was pretty proud of Greatest American Hero zombie. Also, a thing that looks really like a good little cartoon that only has actually 3 frames of animation. Everything else is just like computer generated motion from using the perturb function, math function in DaVinci Resolve. You know, that's the top of the scarp. It should not actually be shaded. I'm crazy here. I need to come like that. And then the bottom of the scarf, where it's coming in slightly behind the other scarf, needs to be shaded. That. Dry cleaner zombie does his best to remove all the stains. You know what? I'm keeping these because if I'm being completely honest, the punnier my posts are, the more attention I get. And I'm an attention whore. I need that positive reinforcement in my life. Yeah, I'll admit I was just kind of drawing a superhero pose. Like, I was just trying to do a cool dynamic pose. And then once I was drawing it, the whole time I was drawing it, had the theme song running through my head. I will always provide. I couldn't draw that zombie and not hear, believe it or not, it's me. And then any excuse I have to sing a theme song in the zombie voice, I'll take it. I just wish that it went over nearly as well on YouTube as it does on TikTok. But I kind of hit a stagnation barrier on YouTube. Like, I got shadow banned by the algorithm or something. Have you done a zombie dressed as an engineer playing with his trains? Actually, yes. I actually have. Although he doesn't make the trains joke, he actually makes a choo-choo joke. But I have indeed drawn a train conductor zombie. You know what? I think there needs to be a little more blue in this shed. So I'm just going to add a little more blue in the shadow, you know? You can't stop me. It's my live stream. Mwahaha. There we go. Eat the cow. Rah. I come in here with a little tiny bit of white and draw it along the tongue. And imply that the tongue is a little frozen. Like that. Just a little frozen saliva coming down into a little popsicle, a little icicle. Little saliva icicle sticking off of the zombie tongue. You missed my other one. Oh. Okay, hang on. I'm going back up here. Let's see. Grains. Rancher zombie runs herds through the plains. Dry cleaner zombie does his best to remove all the stains. Super zombie is in love with. Super zombie is in love with Lois Lane. Have you done a zombie dressed as an engineer playing with his trains? I've read all of the comments that showed up in my chat relay. All right, I'm calling this doodle done for the moment. Like I said, I think I want to add in Daily Zombie in his winter gear to this before 9 o'clock tomorrow morning when it becomes tomorrow's Daily Zombie. When it becomes Daily Zombie 366. Probably need to add a little more depth and stuff in here to separate the zombie cow from the zombie in the background. We'll get to it when we get to it. So let's pop open the wheel and add some stuff to it. The wheel of requests. We've got gate keeping goblins. Now, goblins keeping a gate is just a thing goblins would do. But I feel like the joke would be better if it was trolls. Just a raincoat zombie and his galoshes playing in the rains. The best zombie line ever still has to be the send more cops. I'm not entirely sure I recognize that line. I hope I didn't write it. Anybody else want to add anything else to this wheel while we've got it open before I start spinning it? Currently on the wheel, we have an Incubus, which is the next creature in the 100 Creatures Challenge. Kawaii Illithid, which is a Chibi Mind Flare. For Yeti Detective requested it. Square is a prompt from Fanuary. Fanuary is a list of 31 prompts for January to draw things that you are a fan of, and they are just random prompts. So Square is the next one. And right now I'm leaning towards a Thwomp. We have we no longer need Snowman eating Snow Cow because we actually mixed that with Zombie. We actually rolled the Daily Zombie, but we decided to do a Snow Zombie. So we don't need that on the wheel. So those are the 4 things on the wheel. White Illithid, January Square, Gatekeeping Goblins, and Incubus. If you want to add anything else to the wheel, you can just throw it up in the chat. I will add it to the wheel. And we'll get it on. It stays on the wheel until it gets drawn. That's how the wheel works. The wheel weaves as the wheel wills. But I'm gonna go ahead and spin the wheel and see how things go. Let's spin it. Let's spin the wheel. Spin, 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 spin. Kawaii Illithid. Oh wait, hang on. The robot on the wheel doesn't know how to say kawaii. Acorn Man's arch nemesis. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna add that to the wheel real fast before I close it down. Acorn Man's arch nemesis. Speaking of Acorn Man, I did make some Acorn Man stickers. I got some Acorn Man stickers and some Smooch stickers here on my desk, and some Zen Pangolin stickers, and I've got one Pogomander sticker. Airport employee zombie helps direct the planes. Okay, so we're gonna do Chibi Mind Flayer. Okay, so the thing with Chibi characters is the body to head ratio. Did you see his name? The Villa Nuts Cracker. I will add that on. The Villa Nuts Cracker. I'm gonna make sure that's on the list too. There. Or did I miss something else? Okay. That must have been it. Okay. When you're doing a chibi character, it's all about head to body ratio. Like that's the actual thing for the ultra deformed character size. And it's 1-to-1, right? So like the best way to get a good body size here is just go like that. There we go. Now we have a little body chart that we can use with our drawing. And let's see, we want some basic shapes for an illithid head. I could pull up my illithid skull puppet thing that I've done. We'll go big round circle on top. Actually, you know what? We'll keep the whole thing like this. And that. Face tentacles. Like, I don't know how to draw face tentacles. This is all coming because Yeti Detective is playing Baldur's Gate 3. And since he grew up being cool, he doesn't know all the nerd stuff. Oh, and then I think we want a big brow ridge. I think that's pretty standard illithid facial structuring here. And then it's chibi, it's kawaii, so big eyes on there like that. And I think I'm gonna keep him still a little angry. So bring a little bit of squint to it there. All right, so that's our basic head shape. I see a giant mustache. They're face tentacles. Face tentacles. And then actually, I think I'm going to draw this on a layer behind it so I can kind of work through this a little. You come over. There, center that. Center that. Clear this layer. Because they've got these big things like this. And what I can do then is invert selection. Like that's its little things coming off its neck. It's got those neck things. And then down. Little hand. Little robe. That's pretty good. Looks like a giant mustache. It'll look better once it's got line art. Oh, what should you be holding? What should this illithid be holding in its other hand? Ooh. Sorry, I just saw someone had made an illithid minifig, like Lego minifig, and I had to look at it. Probably a staff. Staff. Maybe a staff with an eyeball. That's what we can do. And then eyeballs are psionic-y, right? Oh, I have no doubt it will look more like it should. Let's face it though, like an illithid's face tentacles are basically just a giant mustache. It's just a fleshy mustache. Fleshy mustache creature. Okay, this isn't bad. This is fun. If you let's be honest. Let me know in the chat if you were playing Dungeons and Dragons and your DM reached into the box of minis and whipped this out. You would be terrified, right? You'd be like, "Oh no. We're about to get murdered by a chibi illithid." Like, I'm not alone in thinking that this would be scary on the table. Let's actually bring this bit like here back up so we can get both sides of the central tentacle thing. Maybe not. I'm trying to overthink it, maybe. Let's go. Let's make this a bigger brush. It's chibi art. It can handle a bigger brush. Yep. You. I have no idea what an illithid's mouth looks like. I'm imagining it's probably very octopodian, that little mouth hole. I wouldn't mind having a chibi mind flayer on my table at all. You wouldn't mind having one because you would like to own one as a miniature, or you wouldn't mind it if your GM whipped one out. Those are questions worth answering there. I wouldn't mind having one sitting on the shelf behind me. That's for sure. Like, it would make a cool decoration. I'd be more than happy. This is good. This is good art. Just full on embrace the cute. The problem, I think, from a commercial standpoint, for me on a project like this, on a drawing like this, I think Illithid are 100% Wizards of the Coast creations. So there's no like room to do a licensed piece like this. Although I think there's a thing there. Either way. You would assume though, like if you're I would assume that if, and I'll say this of any like of the higher level monsters, if I was in a campaign and my GM pulled out any like chibi version of any high level monster, I would be personally concerned that something real bad was about to happen. Because as a GM, I would totally make a chibi version of a high level monster way more powerful. For the lulz. Just to screw with my players. Or just for the lulz in general. Sometimes I run comedy campaigns. Pretty sure that's just Cthulhu cosplaying as Gandalf. I'm pretty sure that's it's actually Zoidberg. Why not Zoidberg? Then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna use the symmetry tool on this back robe thing. Trying to draw in here. Just to make life a little easier, and because I think it'll look better that way. And we'll just do this as layered art too. It's okay to draw things as layered art. I want you to come up here to a point. We'll trim. We'll use vector trimming to trim off that point. Get a nice sharp point edge. Yeah. Oh yeah, you have to vector trim on both sides. Boop, there we go. Yeah, this will look fierce. No one will mess with you, Chibathid. Chibathid the Mind Flayer. Just have this cowl come around. Thing like this. Down underneath the chin. Wah ha 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 ha. Everyone knows that the difference between an Illithid and a Mind Flayer is that they're Cthulhu, and an Illithid is that Cthulhu is green and Illithid are purple, right? Like that's a given. I don't feel like I have to explain to the world. And then we come up here and we'll do the same dirty trick we did before. And merge down. Like that. Turn off our symmetry again. Picking up. Oops, not picking up these lines now. This is good piece. I enjoy this piece. No one let Yeti Detective know I enjoyed drawing this much. I'm gonna give him a hard time about it. That looks like it could potentially be an amazing coloring page. It could be. I could definitely give this as a free coloring page. A free coloring sheet, downloadable printable coloring sheet. But that's what I was saying is like one of the things with when I'm working on D&D stuff, something I have to always keep in mind. A lot of D&D creatures are public domain creatures. They're folklore creatures. There's definitely like rights to use them for everyone. But some of them are just flat out created by Wizards of the Coast, TSR, Gary Gygax. And Mind Flayers, I believe, are on the list of ones that are copyrighted, trademarked creatures. So that's one of those things I don't think enough people pay attention to. I will believe that Cthulhu is green when I see it. But Hasbro is almost as litigious as Disney as far as protecting their IP. Although there is a like user generated content license for Dungeons and Dragons specifically. I don't know what type of merch that encompasses, so maybe I should check that out. Maybe I should find out if I can make stickers using that license or coloring pages commercially. But it is one of the reasons I prefer to homebrew everything I do as a DM. Also, is if I ever wanted to publish one of my modules that I've written, it's all 100% original stuff. I homebrewed almost everything in them, and what didn't get homebrewed is SRD. So yeah, that's how I roll as a GM. Don't be afraid to homebrew. Don't be afraid. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with running pre-made modules either. I don't want to come off as that guy. But I do think a lot of people who get into Dungeons and Dragons and end up being DMs get scared of homebrew. How does Wizards hold a copyright on the Beholder? Because it was invented by Gary Gygax. They own everything that TSR owned. It's kind of crazy. I am just saying, I encourage anyone who is thinking about running a game to not be afraid to make up their own crap. Because I shouldn't say that. In my incredibly extensive experience running role-playing games, running Dungeons and Dragons, running a LARP, running any other role-playing game, only twice in my entire life have I ever encountered a player who had something negative to say about even the worst things I have run, like things that I thought I did poorly. I've only ever once had a player give me negative feedback. And honestly, that was at a LARP event. So it doesn't count anyway. So if you're thinking about running something and you're worried that your players will not like it because you came up with it on your own, as long as you're doing your best and everyone's having fun, that's all that matters. And if your players are being dicks, just be like, hey, you run it. And then they'll be quiet because nobody wants to DM. And that's the power. That's the power you get from being a DM, and that's why I like being a DM. Although, like I've been saying for a little while, I think I'm done running Dungeons and Dragons though. I think I'm ready to work on other systems. Maybe even exclusively. I'm not gonna lie. One system I've been eyeballing a lot lately. I have always been a fan of the Unisystem and GURPS as two systems that I've always really loved. And I've really been eyeballing the Unisystem again lately. And going, oh, I really miss running Unisystem. Although I will admit, the last game I ran used kids on brooms, and I really enjoyed that. It was a lot like running Unisystem or GURPS again. It was very streamlined, not super crunchy, and felt good to run it. The problem is the concept of the Beholder wasn't invented by Gygax. Beholder have existed in folklore since long before D&D existed. I'm not sure that's true, man. Because they don't hold the rights to anything that is public domain, obviously, and almost all folklore creatures are public domain. And then there's some things that are public, like are based on folklore creatures, like the drow are based on folklore creatures, but the depiction of the drow in Dungeons and Dragons specifically is copywritten material. So like the idea of dark elves is not copywritten, but the underground spider worshipping matriarchal dark elves of D&D are, if that makes sense. It's like Popeye the Sailor Man became public domain recently, but only the black and white newspaper Popeye, not the cartoon color Popeye. Because those are considered different entities under copyright law. The way Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse is public domain, but modern Mickey Mouse is not. That's too thick. Too thick. Also, something the chibi characters cannot have fingers. That's another important aspect of being a chibi. All right, but I like this. This is good line art. This is a fun drawing here. Go ahead and duplicate that, and let's color it in. So we'll start with purple. That's too dark. This is too dark for chibi. Purple skin. Maybe even... There we go. That's the purple I'm looking for. Start there, and then I'll actually go even lighter to do the undersides of those tentacles. And then we will do a very dark purple, almost black, on the robe. That's too dark. We can't see the line. So we'll go that. That might be still too dark. This is where I always have trouble. That's probably fine there. Probably shouldn't do purple on this. I probably should do a different color, but I like purple. Purple is pretty. It's majestic. And I forgot to draw in the eyeball bit on here. This is clearly this Illithid has been to the Legend of Zelda world, to Hyrule, and stolen some Sheikah artifacts. It's what it looks like here to me. We'll do red on this eye. So, and then everything else will just be in gold. Probably should have made this staff like crystalline. That's a pretty common theme in D&D for characters that are psychic. Psionic is to use like crystal stuff. Okay, and then let's do a little red in the coming. Normally I would just leave the eyes entirely white. Or entirely, actually, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Can I get away with that? It's chibi. I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna try something. We're gonna see how it looks. Full black. Go. Bring that red back. Not sure I like that for a chibi character. It doesn't seem very cute. Now I see a future Funko Pop. Chibi characters are supposed to be cute. So what if we do real big eyes there? Real big round eyes. Like that. That looks pretty good. And then we could probably still do the black inside. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think I prefer the white though. Like that. I think this is what I'm going with. This is my flats colors. Now we can shade it. On here. This layer. Set it to multiply. And pour some sugar. I don't know why that came into my head. Pour some sugar on me. I'm an Illithid. The Illithid, of course, being space monsters that somehow end up living in the underground. Also, at the same time, they're underground space monsters. My favorite campaign setting for Dungeons and Dragons is Spelljammer, which is space fantasy. And the Illithid are a pretty major, powerful force in the Spelljammer universe, so to speak. Like, you don't want to mess with them. They control their part of the universe. And when you go there, you become their mind slaves if they just don't eat you. They do like to eat people. And by eat people, I mean suck their brains right out their heads. That's how they roll. What? I think if I was going to play D&D again, it would definitely try to push into a Spelljammer game again. Yeah, that looks cute. And here, like that, and then we'll give it another little round cheeky bit. More little sunken eye hole. And little chrome dome. Shadow there. There. That looks pretty cute. I like that a lot. I think that's a cute little dude. Little chibi kawaii Illithid. I could even come in here, grab some red again. Grab my scrungy brush. And overlay this like so, and then set that to light setting. Just fill that in, make it nice solid. He's got glowing eyes. I love the purples. Thank you. I don't know how I feel about the glowing eyes. Wah, flicker, flicker, flicker. I think if I had left the turned the whites of the eyes black, the glowing eyes would have looked better. But I like this. This is a good drawing. Illithid, you need a good background. So let's give you no, that's too purple. Let's give it a contrasting color. A little darker contrasting color. There. There we go. Chibi Illithid, done. Chibi Mind Flare. All right, it is 8:45. I could probably squeeze one more doodle into tonight's stream. So we might as well go ahead and do that. If you want to add anything else to it, just go ahead and jump in. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and spin because I think I only got about 45 minutes left in me. I'm going to go ahead and spin, but remember, anything added to the wheel stays on the wheel until it gets drawn. So you can feel free to add to the wheel as you're going.
Incubus.
Okay, Incubus. So here is the thing about this. The last 100 creatures challenge creatures I did on the stream ended up taking the entire stream. Like I spent like 2.5, 3 hours on one drawing. And I don't have time for that tonight. There's no time for us to spend 3 hours drawing an Incubus. So we'll keep it light and simple. As we all know, an Incubus is a folklore creature that was found primarily in North America in the 90s. Singing industrial goth rock. That was a joke about a band. An incubus is a male succubus in the folklore. They were cool and well worth it too. In actual Arthurian mythology, Merlin's father was an incubus. That was a part of the mythology. How do I put this while staying PG-13? Their genitalia is like a black hole that absorbs all of the heat out of a room. There is a sci-fi channel show called Reginald the Vampire based on a book series called Fat Vampire. And there is a character in the book series and the show. I don't know that she'll end up being the same in the show that she was in the series, but it's a little girl that he befriends. It's like a 12-year-old girl that this vampire befriends. And her father was an incubus. But I think I'm going to keep this pretty simple. They were cool and well worth it too. I'm for at first I thought you were talking about seeing Incubus in the 90s. But now I think you're talking about our awesome demon and angel drawings from the stream. The angel was definitely worth it. The demon is a concept that will be worth it once I master the art skills needed to make the concept awesome. It turned out okay, but I can do it better. I can do it better. I will do it better. So I want to do like a leg back, this leg out. Chest is pumped forward. This is the angel. I'm going to the angle like forward, chest pumped. One hand over here with the guitar. Just full on guitar over here. Wrap it around the neck. The other arm up here, all rock star, big giant swing. Yeah, if you haven't had a chance, I highly recommend checking out last Friday's VOD. Is live on my YouTube channel right now. And we did a kind of a cosmic horror inspired angel. Somewhat biblically accurate was the original intent. But as I got into it, I just really got into realizing that like biblically accurate angels are cosmic horror monsters. And then the VOD will be up on Wednesday, I want to say. Monday or Wednesday of next week. It was all this week. We did a demon to match the angel. Was kind of the idea. That is the fish and olive on a stick. That is a fish and olive on a stick. Oh, it kind of does look like that. What if I added an arm? Ooh. What if I made it one of those guitars that's all shaped like this? That's all pointy. Go back to that demonic shape language as pointy. Oops. And like that. Now it's not a fish. And we'll put this foot sideways bent. He's really stretched out there. This arm, full blown arm action. There, that's not too bad. That's a good pose. That's a fun little quickly sketched in pose. And we're gonna accept it for what it is, because we're gonna try to keep this down to 45 minutes. That's the goal. All right, let's sketch in a sketch. Let's sketch in an actual little dude here. I mean, that is a fun guitar shape. Yeah, I guess I could have just embraced it and been like, yeah, he has a guitar shaped like a fish. And then like this. I think Jim, one of the guitarists from Jim and the Holograms, had a guitar shaped like this. That show is a little before my time. I couldn't 100% say that I knew that to be true. And then I had to hold my hand in guitar shape so I can remember how thumb, finger, 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 finger. That I don't know how to play guitar. I'll start with that. My little brother is a guitar player, and he tried to teach me how to play guitar once, and I like the thing I remember from the lesson was him showing me how to like actually hook my hand on the frets. That's truly outrageous. If her band didn't have that shape, the Misfits definitely did. And then let's give him a chunky bracelet with spikes on it. I just did a chunky spike bracelet on the Daily Zombie the other day. Neck. Of course, we know that this is definitely a topless rock star, right? Like it's an Incubus is not wearing a shirt. We can accept that right off the bat. That's a given, I think. Go. And then we'll do like a pointy chin here, come up this way. I think full pointy nose, all demon-esque feature there. Oh, and of course, Ozzy like piss tongue, but splits tongue like serpentine. That feels like an other obvious choice to make. Wow. I think we'll do like some big bushy eyebrows. Like so. I think I'm gonna give him a little eyebrow ring. Let's do it on the outside. Little eyebrow ring like that. This will come straight up into that horn. We'll have a second horn here. We'll bring a little head curve around. Those big pointy demon ears. This is nowhere close to folklore accurate, by the way, which is a shame. I did a lot of work trying to be folklore accurate on this challenge, but this is just too fun. Eyes closed in the ecstasy of the moment of rocking so hard. Up into this arm this way. Neck. And thumb. Guitar pick. Because it's the pick of destiny. Random Tenacious D is always welcome on this stream. Wow. There was one of those guitar shapes in Jim and the Holograms. It was blue. The Misfits had crazier shapes for theirs. Okay. I believe it. And super tight leather pants, right? Like, clearly going super tight leather pants. No comment. And ooh. Now I have to ask myself an important character design question. Do we go human feet or like cloven hoof? I think we go cloven hoof. Full on cloven hoof. And then I think I got about half an hour left. I'm going to give him like a chain belt. Coming across here. So fun little design detail. It just screams rock star to me. Chain belt scream rock star. Yeah, the red head from the Holograms played the guitar. Oof. And then so I'm like, there. A little happy trail. What do we think? I think this looks pretty good. This is a pretty cool little demon monster guy. This definitely needs to come and have this close in. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guitars have strings. Oh, I almost forgot to add the guitar strap back on. Don't want to leave that off. That's an important detail. You can't pull off this awesome maneuver on your guitar without a guitar strap keeping it held up. Wow. The guitar was truly outrageous. Actually, I'm gonna shrink that. There we go. This is fun. This is a fun design. We now have half an hour to ink, color, and shade. We can do it. We can get it done. Grab our brush. I'm gonna start with the ear. We're gonna do an ear out approach this time. Go. I don't know why I gave his ear like little ridges on it, but I like that in the design. Also, this can go back to size 6. Make my life easier. Nope. Yeah, like that. And yeah, this is good. This is a good design. This is good. That's a good ear. That's a good ear. Tonight's theme is mouse appendages, tongues, and tentacles. When in doubt, add a tongue or tentacle to your drawing. Never go wrong. Pro art tip. That's a pro art tip from me. You can never go wrong by adding a tongue or tentacle to your art. Just the way of the universe. And then I should probably go ahead and just like add a little horn growth section there. Eyebrows next. There's definitely some themes that come up a lot in my work. And tentacles are one that is a lesser theme. Not quite as thematic as like, or as common as like animals with traditionally geeky hobbies, which I feel like is so common in my work that I'm using it as the basis for my first coloring book. By the way, the second page of the coloring book will be a beaver. Can you guess what the beaver's nerdy hobby is? Not drawn yet, so I can't really share anything with you, but I've got maybe making a list. The when in doubt quote you said. I'm literally envisioning that quote in the bottom of a coloring page in a coloring book. The when in doubt. I could put that might be something that has to happen. So something I came across in my research is that 48-page coloring books do better than 24-page coloring books in sales. So I will probably do 28-page coloring books or 48-page coloring books as my primary focus. And that means that you get to add, like, even with a theme like A to Z Animal Geeks is in my opinion a great theme, but that means there's only 26 animals And so in between pages will have to have other stuff on them. And that's the type of thing, like just a page with word art could go into that. That particularly could go in if I was doing a cute monsters coloring book, which might also come down the line. At some point, I might also consider doing something like a Smeech and Friends coloring book. Do you rebel with your 28 pages? um, Honestly, my goal with drawing coloring books is maybe to have a thing that I can do that is 100% commercial, that might be able to make enough money to take a little bit of commercial pressure off of other art things that I work on. That gives me a little bit of ability to do stuff that is more just for my fans, that I won't have to try to worry about making sales on. That's a bit of the goal behind coloring books. Also, like I said, the more I work on it, the more I realize I was probably destined to draw coloring books. And it's something that literally, when I was blogging, when I first started blogging back in 2010 and started drawing art to go with my blog pages, like drawing my own doodles for my blog, people started telling me I should do a coloring book. Smeech and Friends would make a good coloring book, I think. I think Smeech and Friends would make an awesome coloring book. A coloring and activity book. Can you have a page with just several smaller items to color? Or there could be an activity page here or there, or a paper doll type page. That's my plan, is those type of things. Just like a page that has just some like random related items on it, or a pattern to color, that sort of thing. That is the plan right now. What if I did this, and then instead of having spikes, I brought it like a little buckle type thing. That's yes, the idea of filler pages. I'll have filler pages. And maybe I'm gonna try to do some activity pages, maybe too, like a word search or crossword puzzle, something like that. Beach could probably make a good children's book series as well. Probably, if only someone was a writer with like fine arts degrees and had gumdrop goblin monsters living rent free in his head. Just don't include Smut, the gumdrop goblin, in your children's book. Oh, I don't know if you saw, also, by the way, Triceratops, but Smudge won out on the poll for the name of the gumdrop goblin cave goblin. The cave Smeech is officially named Smudge from the poll. Nobody voted for my original name of Smash. So many things I want to do, so many projects I want to do, so little time. Like, it would be totally awesome. Oh, dang, I forgot to vote. Well, you still won. There are a lot of stuff I would love to be able to do, and I will get to it all eventually. It's all a matter of time and resource management at the moment. And then let's bulge out the thighs because now he's got goat legs. Like I said, we want to imply super tight leather pants. But I wouldn't mind writing some children's books or something. It's okay to be distracted. You know, it's okay, especially right now. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. It's okay to need the distraction. It's okay to let yourself be distracted. It's okay to perform drawing Incubus groins on Twitch for an audience as a distraction. Sometimes that's what the world needs. That's what I'm here for. Now I'm going to have to wear leather pants song. I wear leather pants song when I said all night. I could have given him fuzzy pants. Made him ride the snake. Alright, and now for the belt. The last time I drew a chain, it was for Punk Rock Reindeer. So I guess I do really think of chains as being kind of rock and roll. I think that's a dated reference. I think I'm dating myself by saying I think of chains as being rock and roll. Of course, I also think that it is possible that in 2025 rock and roll doesn't exist anymore. We only have pop music and AI generated lo-fi. So can't feel too bad. Oop. Oops. Shoop. 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 Oop. Shoop. Oop. 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 Actually, there should be one more chain. Coming around the back. Coming around the backside when he comes. There we go. And we'll finish off this bit here. This. Yeah. Yeah. Were you just singing Salt and Pepper? Very possibly. You also had some fun writing the monster mental health poem. Maybe you could insert some zany sayings or fun poems, riddles, etc. in extra pages. Could be a way to test a sample of some of the writing. Yeah. I'm gonna end up going back to writing things. I shouldn't let people know I was a writer. I did have a lot of fun working on that poem. If you have never seen the What to Think episode of Mr. Show, you should definitely. Then you can have the leather pants song stuck in your head too. You know, it's been a long time since I saw Mr. Show. I probably did see that episode, but it's been, well, probably since it premiered in the 90s. Was it a Tenacious D song? All right. Wah, 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 wah. And one string. And two. And three. Three. Four. And five. I'm pretty sure guitars have 5 strings because I think a 6-string guitar is a special type of guitar that they make a big deal about it having 6 strings. But I don't know. I don't know guitars. But there's usually a greater than 0% chance that I'm singing Salt and Pepper at any given time. I sing to myself a lot. Okay, so normally I think a lot of people would paint an Incubus red, but icicle action again. So let's go with a blue. On our demonic heritage here. We'll go with a darker blue on both the horns and the eyebrows. Red mouth. Pink tongue. Basically, Jack Black guests in that episode where they perform a stage musical of the Barn Joke. I have seen that episode. I have seen the episode where they do that. A cool blue. Double entendre. Metal chains. And then we gotta go back. Get that hair color blue with a happy trail. And then how about we do like a neon electric blue on this guitar. Nice blue. What, fretboard? Neck? This thing? I don't know what this is called. Again, do not know guitar parts. Not the right one to ask about guitar parts in this family. There is a guitar in the corner of this room, though. Oh, I also have a ukulele in this room. It's super dark. And I'm going to try another experiment on this, too. I want to do that thing where you take leather, like the art when they do the leather art, and they do all of the pants in like black, but then they put like blue highlights in it. I want to try that, so I'm going to dupe this layer just in case it screws everything up, and then grab our dark blue here and try it. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to try it see how it goes. This might be too dark. I might have to go with a brighter blue. we're gonna see. This is a thing. When I talk about the gritty, like black and white ink art, this is the type of thing that you would see being done in that style. So hopefully it looks okay. Hopefully I do it justice. This is an experiment for me to learn about doing things like this. And light's coming from this direction. Way. So I'll start there, and then I'll just go ahead and make the black. So far, so good. So far, I like it quite a bit. Come on. Also, missed belly bit. Oops. And that should be black. Black. And blue. Okay. And then we're going to bring back our dark blue. That might still be too dark. Let's brighten it a little bit, not too much. There, that's a good color for it. Bloop bloop. Bloop bloop bloop. 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 Oops. Bloop. 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 I feel like comic books would do that to highlight black hair as well. Yeah, definitely. That's the idea. It's actually something I see Bruce Timm do a lot. And super electric blue on the pick. Yeah, I think it turned out good. I like it. Maybe actually even enough to come up here to these horns and do the same thing on the horns. Like that. Yeah, it's definitely something you see a lot with Batman. Batman gets a lot of those blue highlights on the black. Yeah, I like it. Especially once we give it a nice dark background. Okay, now let's add some shade. Keep it shady with a blue. Bring this down like 80%. Bring this down like 20%, so it's still a gray blue. And then just so it doesn't mash in, we'll come up to this layer. Draw in some shading. All Rockstar style. And it is 9:25. Ooh, so we better work fast. No problem. No problem. I can shade fast. It's definitely not the thing I spend the most time on every time I draw. Definitely not my time consuming favorite part of the process. Definitely not. It all work out all right. If we go a little over, it won't be the end of the world. Or will it? Rockstar Incubus. Can basically avoid having to shade any of the pants part because it's already shaded. It's black with highlights. Yeah, that was one of the cool things I actually learned about the Batman the Animated Series stuff recently was that it was drawn, the Batman the Animated Series was drawn on black paper. And so they had to basically anything that is not black, like your baseline is black, and then they had added color on top of it. So it did a lot of cool revolutionizing of certain techniques for that reason. And that's why the show just has kind of a darker feel to it than other cartoons of the time, even the other DC animated universe shows. Even the same ones, even the the Tem Zini verse, the DCAU, including Batman Beyond, was not drawn that way. So that I know of. Just kind of a fun Easter egg. Look at like a little. Wow. Trying to make a Rockstar noise, but it just keeps coming out as like Owen Wilson noise. Zombie window washer cleans all the window panes. Oh, groaner. Yeah, look at me using drop shadow techniques. Like I'm a professional artist or something. I guess I am a professional. I get paid to draw. That's a professional. Like I'm a serious artist or something. God forbid I ever took anything serious. Wow. And multiply. There we go. It's like, why does that not look right? Because it wasn't on multiply yet. Okay. Here we go. This looks cool. This is a cool Incubus. He's going to sing you a cool rock song. And we'll do a super dark red background. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Can we bring it a little more brown, a little more orange? That's not too bad. Not too bad. Could be better, but I'm okay with it. There we go. All right. There's our Incubus. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed this art stream. I hope you had a great week. It is Friday night. It is 9:30. Whoa, we did it. That's almost perfectly timed. I was shooting for 9:30. I hit it. Can't believe that. That's crazy talk. Crazy talk up in here. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me while I drew some doodles for you. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. If you are in the part of the country that is being smashed by snow, stay warm, stay dry, stay healthy. If you're in the part of the country that is on fire, stay safe, stay cool, stay wearing a respirator unit when you're outside. If you're in any other part of the country or the world, just stay cool, stay you, stay swank. Zombie presenter at a seminar explains. Zombie explains. PowerPoint. Animated transitions are overused. Thank you for hanging out. If you want to support the show, make sure you head over to patreon.com/TacoVikingStudios to join the Patreon to get your own sticker packs and art prints, or head over to TacoVikingStudio.com to get some cool stuff with my art on it. Make sure you are following me on all the social medias, including the one that's about to be banned by our federal government, because that's punk rock. And barring that, YouTube and Instagram, Blue Sky, all the places, the links, my link tree is in the panels. Have a wonderful Friday night. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll be back Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time to draw more drawings for you. Please feel free to join me. Stay awesome. Stay cool. Stay safe. And remember, as always, most importantly of everything ever, stay weird. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Good night.